Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a first timer on this channel, we do a lot of fragrance reviews, but we throw in lifestyle content in form of vlogs. We also throw in some fashion content as well. So if that sounds like something that may interest you guys, please do consider subscribing. Now, if you are returning on this channel, thank you so much guys for coming back. I do appreciate you watching as always. Do give me a follow on Instagram. If you haven't, I go by the name CeeChronicles Day. Now, welcome to my top 10 luxury fragrances for life. These are fragrances that I'm enjoying at the moment. These are fragrances that I've been enjoying for a while. Some of them are older than a year, 2-3 years in my collection, and I don't see myself not repurchasing them if they had to run out. First one is going to be YSL's Lip. Now I'm going to have to say I did bring a video before this about the designer fragrances. If you haven't watched that, please do consider checking it out. I will link it in the description box below. Now, YSL Lip is here because of how pungent it is. I love the lasting power in this fragrance. It does have a unisex appeal, which when I started using, I had a problem with. I didn't like it at all. You know, I felt it was unisex. It felt a lot masculine, like how I felt about CH, which is Carolina was good girl, but this grew on me. You know, I like how bold it is. I like how unapologetic it is. It shines in the cold weather especially, and the lasting power is crazy. So my number one is YSL Lip. Now the second fragrance in my top 10, I have they're going to be 11 because I've got an honorable mention. The second one is going to be Chanel 1957, and this is from their Les Exclusive line. Guys, this fragrance is gorgeous. It gives off these vibes of classy, rich, elegant, soft. It does have those aldehydes. It's a bit powdery. It's a white floral. It has a triple dose of musk, but it just develops into this honeyed vanilla that is just perfect. It's so elegant. I regret not purchasing the bigger size because this is a 75 ml if I'm not mistaken, and they do have a 150 ml, and this is gorgeous. So Chanel 1957 from their Les Exclusive line is on my number 2. Now the third one in my most or my luxe fragrances for life is going to be this one, Versace Dylan Blue. The reason why I have this one is for the fact that it is blue. Now this has like an aquatic nature to it. It's got like a Granny Smith apple in there, so it's got a little bit of some greenness there, but it is very forward on the fruits. This is a bit tropical to my nose. It's got the rose, of course, jasmine, and all the other notes, but it reminds me so much of summer, and it's a very easy reach fragrance for me for summer, and it is Versace after all, so I thought to include it here on my luxe fragrances for life. The fourth fragrance is a repurchase because I've had English Pear and Freezer by Jo Malone before in my collection. This fragrance, guys, is one of the longest lasting fragrances from Jo Malone. It's got a little bit of some greenness, some freshness there, some muskiness there, some powderiness there, but it is one scent profile that is just gorgeous. So if you want something that is beautiful and subtle, something that doesn't scream but has that luxury appeal, I would recommend English Pear and Freezer. The fifth one is an ideal vacation scent, Guerlain Terracotta. If you haven't tried this, maybe you need to. There is a coconut in here that's going to give you tropical vibes. This is also a second bottle in my collection. It's got like this coconut, this beautiful coconut there that is just going to remind you of like a suntan lotion, but also, you know, it's going to remind you of the vacation vibe. So if you're looking for something like that, a white and yellow floral, very pretty, very elegant, not trying too hard, you know, very luxe in nature, then Guerlain Terracotta is one that I would recommend, you know, for such occasions. And 6 is going to be Cartier's Basil Volet. Okay, this fragrance I've had for years. It's one fragrance that sometimes I forget I have, sometimes I remember I have, and I use it. Cartier's Basil Volet is another floral. So by now I'm pretty sure you know that I'm into florals, but I like my florals done a certain way. This is like your citrusy floral. It's not like in your face floral, I am here. It does have a triple dose of lily, but it is very feminine, like a femme fatale kind of fragrance, and it also has like a decent longevity in as much as it's soft, smells like money, and I had to include it here. So it's Cartier Basil is on number 6. Number 7 is none other than Tom Ford's Rose Prick. This was a difficult decision for me because I've been collecting the Tom Ford fragrances. This is kind of like a tricky one for me, but I just thought, no, this is unique. When I went into the Tom Ford store, I asked the SA which is the best Tom Ford, and he said Rose Prick, and I looked at him, I was like, Rose Prick, like for real? Because Rose Prick has seen its days, right? But then, I sprayed it and I walked around because now I know not to just judge. When I went into the store, I wanted something completely different. And I sprayed this fragrance, and then I put the tester paper in my bag, actually my wallet. And then I opened my wallet for something, and I just smelled this incensey, beautiful incensey rose, and I knew that this is a no-brainer. I needed this. So Tom Ford's Rose Prick, I ended up buying as a gift set because to me, this is like art in a bottle, the best rose I've ever smelled, and it's on my number 7. Number 8 on my Luxe collection, or my Luxe fragrance collection for life, is going to be Hypnotic Poison. I use this one as a rollerball because it is a rollerball. So I use it mostly for just, as a roll-on. I am one of those people that find the scent profile of Hypnotic Poison by Dior a little bit too much. This is an EDT, and I love it for that reason. The fact that it's an EDT is not an EDP. I know Hypnotic Poison may be reformulated by now, but I just didn't want to take the chance, because I have a sister that was so obsessed with Hypnotic Poison, and it was in my face. But when I bought the roller pearl, because I just wanted to see if I will be able to wear it now, I am appreciating it. I love the fact that it's got that bitter almond. It keeps that same theme as the EDP, but without being too aggressive. It is vanilla-y. It smells very good, and it is prominent in that bitter almond. So I think it is one that I might actually either continue purchasing it in roller pearls or buy a full-size bottle. Number 9 is a fragrance that I use mostly to bed, okay? Not that I am trying to be posh, but I find this to be a very comforting scent, one of the most comforting scents out there. So Fendi Fen D Blossom, okay? This is a Fendi, and the fragrance is Fen D, and it's the Blossom, and it's the ETT. I love this floral. It's a very soft floral. I recommended this, during the time where the world had shut down, that if you're a frontline worker and you want something that is subtle, something that is not going to bother people, then you may want to try this. I find this is a soft, beautiful floral, and it does keep to the theme of that blossom feel. You get the flowers as though, it's freshly picked flowers, or flowers that are, just have the sun hit on them immediately after the rain. That's what you get with this fragrance. It's elegant, it's beautiful, and I love that it does not push it too much, and that is the luxe appeal that I appreciate about it. Now, of course, the 10th one that will always be in my collection, but I did say I'm going to have an honorable mention because of this one. This one is Chanel number 5, okay? This will always be in my collection because it's a Venti. It's over 100 years old, and if you're a collector, if you're a fragrance collector, I think this is just one that you need in your collection. I have always said in my videos that I find this one a little bit too powdery, a little bit too aldehydic, which is the opposite of 1957. And this is why I love 1957, because it feels a little bit like this, but better. It feels more refined, more youthful, something that's a young person can wear. This has got that Venti appeal, but I will always have it in my collection because, of course, as a collector, it's Chanel number 5. It is like the creme de la creme of fragrances. So Chanel number 5 is on number 10. Now, the honorable mention is going to be Hermes, and this is Heure de Merveilles. Heure de Merveilles by Hermes. I'm calling this one an honorable mention, guys, because I've been meaning to buy this fragrance, and I have trimmed it down to the fact that I need the elixir version. I am going to have to include this one in my collection because for a while it had been a choice between do I buy Mandarin Basilic by Guerlain or do I settle for this. This is obviously a mini and a 7.5, but for the citrus days where I feel like I need a citrus in, you know, I need to carry a citrus as a fragrance, this is definitely one that I will need to look into purchasing in the future. Of course, it's Hermes and it is gorgeous. Besides just being Hermes, I have given this a test run. I've tried it, and when I went into the store, I tried the elixir, and I think I prefer that one better. So I'm gonna add this one to my collection to complete the 10. So if you followed this list, I did say that I have 10 luxe fragrances with one honorable mention. The honorable mention was Chanel number 5, because in all honesty, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm completely obsessed about the fragrance, but you will always find it in my collection for the fact that it's over 100 years old and it's a vintage, not this particular bottle, but Chanel number 5 itself is over 100 years old. So I'm gonna always have it in my collection. But what's gonna make the 10th fragrance, luxe fragrance for me, which is gonna be my ideal citrus, is gonna be Eau de Merveilles by Hermes, and I'm gonna make sure to buy the elixir version. So there you have it, guys. Those were 10 luxury fragrances for life in my collection. These are fragrances that I appreciate. I like them. And don't buy some of these fragrances expecting beast mode, loud fragrances, because some of these are so subtle, you know, subtle in an elegant way. And I will always have them in my collection for that reason. And if I have to be honest, another one is going to make it to the list, which is going to be Louis Vuitton, the Attrape Ribs, because that one just kept it all. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let me know in the comment section which one are your luxury fragrances, if you have any, or the ones that you prefer. Turn on post notifications, that way you will be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, and remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.